weekend went, obviously a tale of two nights, but, Friday night, we continued our really good play, um, continued from what we got done at St. Cloud and really controlled Duluth in almost all aspects. We shot the ball really well. We played good inside. We played good outside. And then, I think we're up 28 on them at one point in the second half there, but really, really happy with what they played. And then Saturday is just a different story. Duluth did a lot of good things. We weren't shooting it quite as well as we were shooting it the two prior games. But Duluth's a good ball club, and they can make things difficult for you, and they did.
Yeah, coming into Saturday's game against Duluth, I mean, you've won 3 straight, like you said. You're starting to build some momentum. How hard is it to swallow, that Saturday loss and maybe see some of that momentum pump the brakes a little bit?
Yeah, it's difficult. Anytime you lose any game, it's always challenging, and you got to look yourself in the mirror a little bit, and find ways that you could have done things a little bit differently or a little bit better, because that's how you grow. And we did that. I think we saw some things that we can obviously continue to improve on and grow. And we only have one weekend left, um, and well, not necessarily one weekend left, but we got the weekend that's in front of us right now, and we certainly want to go out there and play as well as we possibly can, and have a good showing out there.
Yeah, you need a little bit of help to make the playoffs too. And I know you'll just control what you can control, but is it kind of hard to need to hope that some of these other teams will lose so that you can sneak up a few spots?
Yeah, I mean, it's not totally in your control, and you don't like that. But that's the bigger picture. I narrow the focus down to us again, and like you mentioned, the focus has to be on us and us controlling what we can, and that's going out there and playing a good, solid basketball game with guys that want to work hard, play together, and do a lot of the right things on the basketball court, and that's what we'll continue to do.
And outside of this weekend, you've got 2 seniors coming back next season. So just how exciting is it that you get to keep Derek and Nick in this program for another year?
Yeah, it's good for all of our guys, to be honest with you. It's a shortened season, but I was just ecstatic to get a chance to play and to see what this group can do. And, obviously we're playing a lot better than we did it early in the year. And, partially because there wasn't a preseason. There wasn't really any scrimmages or exhibitions or non-conference games to get things figured out with this new group. But I like where we're at right now, and hopefully we'll continue to build this weekend into next year.
And then I was talking with Colin a little bit, just checking in about the seniors who'd be coming back. Sounds like Griffin is not going to come back, and Tyler's still 50-50. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think Griffin's 100% either, but
Okay.
he's he came in from Nevis basically as a sophomore. He had all those college credits already.
Mm.
I think our first conversation was he was only going to play for 3 years and graduate on time, but he went through a major change, and but I was glad to get him for 4. And yeah, I mean he's definitely leaning towards to moving on, but you never know. I mean, being a grown up's not all that it's cracked up to be all the time, so you never know. He may change his mind, but we're hoping to get Tyler back as well. He hasn't played a ton in his career, but he does already have a master's degree, or will have it here shortly, and he can work towards another one, and or possibly get another undergrad program as well.
You guys obviously need a little bit of help to make the playoffs now, and I know you guys are all you can do is just control what you can control. But is it kind of hard to need to hope that some of these other teams will lose so that you can sneak up a few spots?
Yeah, it is a little. I know, like, it's important for us to win these next couple of games, but to get some help from around the league, we also need. So we kind of have to focus on what we can control and then go from there.
And coming into that Saturday game against Duluth, you guys had won 3 straights, and you're starting to build momentum. How hard is it to swallow that loss and maybe see some of that momentum pump the brakes a little bit?
It was difficult. We were coming off a pretty good run there. So to see that streak kind of end, it's kind of disappointing, but we just got to pick it up this weekend and try to get back on that roll.
And it's the last regular season weekend of your senior season. There are a lot of emotions, I'm sure, but how do you want to go out when it's all said and done?
I want to go out on top for sure. I know, like Brent always tells us, you got to keep it fresh like Downey. So, that's just what our mindset is going in this weekend, and hopefully we can get some wins.
And yeah, what's it going to take to, handle your end of things, pick up 2 wins, and hope for the best from then on.
We just got to focus on ourselves at this point. Share the ball, get the ball in transition, and get stops. I think that's when we're at our best. So if we focus on those things, I think we'll be pretty successful this weekend.